Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. I've been meaning to bring this review to you guys for so long, like literally so long. I got this product with my Birchbox points. It's like one of the only good things about Birchbox. You can use your points. After getting one of those BS cards that I couldn't even test the stuff. And I was like, you know what? I actually want to test this palette, so I'm going to get this palette. Now, the back shows you everything that you get. You get your whole palette, which contains 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I believe it's 10 shimmer glitter shades and 10 matte shades. So unlike the naked palettes, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting mattes, you're getting shimmers. You can use the mattes alone, you can use the shimmers alone, you can use them together. You're not missing out on any amount. Like there's not an uneven amount. Now you also get a brush. One end is duo fiber, and it says that that one is for the shimmers and the glitters, and then the other one is just the white fibers, and it's a little bit fluffier, and they say that one's for the mattes. You also get an eye shape chart, so you can get your perfect look for your eye shape if you're not really sure how to apply shadows to your different eye shapes. And sometimes I can't always help you guys with that when I do my reviews. Sometimes I can be a little bit biased on different eye shapes because I don't really know how to do other eye shapes. This gives you different eye shapes, and I'm going to show that to you guys. And you get the bonus Full Exposure Mascara Deluxe Sample. So you get a lot with this palette. You get the mascara, you get the chart, you get the brush, you get the palette, you get 10 mattes and 10 shimmers. Whoa, lots of stuff's going on. So before I get to the shadows, because we know we're going to go all crazy when that comes on, you get your Full Exposure palette eye chart. They really are extensive on the different eye types. You also, they give you your best day look, your best night look, and your best defined look. So no matter what eye shape you have, they have you pretty much covered. So let's close that up. Then they give you the Full Exposure Mascara sample, and it's a pretty decent size if I wasn't dropping it all over the place. And if you're wondering about this mascara, it's pretty decent. You have a big brush, and you get the full lashes. I'm wearing it today. You definitely get very full lashes. I have very tiny lashes, so the fact that you can see them at all right now is fantastic. Like the fact that you can actually see them past my liner is fantastic for me. But if you have naturally long lashes, you're gonna get almost false like lashes when you put this product on. Now let's look at the actual palette, because I know that's what you guys probably came here to see. This is the Full Exposure palette. It has a really nice little holographic thing going on. On the back it tells you you can scan for how-tos and your eye shapes. You can get that all on the back of the palette too, because there is a Q reader thingy. And then you also get, instead of having names for all the colors, it's S1 for shimmer, S2, S3, S4, so on, and matte is M1, M2, M3, M4, M7. So wait, there's not 10, I think there's 7. I think I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 7. It's not 10, it's 7. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. So here's the palette itself, and at first glance it can kind of look a little bit mediocre, but when you really look at it, you can maybe start to see possibilities. At least that's what I did. I was like, you know, this is kind of plain, but then I was like, wait a minute, I could take this like light shade here and then mix it with that shimmer shade there. You know, I started getting a little bit creative in my head. Now here's your brush. This is the Smashbox brush. As you can see, the duo fibers on this end, and it's clearly labeled out shimmer matte. So if you're new to makeup, at least you know, okay, I can do makeup for my eyes, my specific eye shape, and I have a brush that's telling me exactly which end to use. So this is a plus. You have a really generous sized mirror, which I'm going to keep the plastic on because I don't want to get it messed up right now. I'm going to do all the shimmers on this hand, and I'm going to try to fit the mattes. If not, I'll do the mattes on this hand. So let's start with S1, and this is a really beautiful brown shimmer. One tip that I saw and I read was that when you put these shades on, after you've applied it with your brush, use a finger to dab the color on your lid like this, and it'll help it be a little bit more shimmery. I'm not actually wearing any eyeshadow right now, and that's actually kind of pretty. So here's S1. It is high shimmer, high shine, really pretty. S2 is a little bit lighter and more coppery, more golden than the deeper brown in the first shade. The next shade we get even a little bit lighter, and we're getting almost to like a golden nude shade, more of just a reflection. The middle shade has the least amount of glitter in it, and is more of just a highlight. And I appreciate that there's one shade that doesn't really have too much glitter in it, because sometimes I want a brow bone shade that doesn't have too much glitter in it. Now we're getting into our kind of grayed taupe area, and we have this grayed taupe glittery kind of shade. Then we have an even grayer shade with S6. It's an even grayer shade. And then the last one is the most grayed shade, and it's even kind of got a hint of blue in it. So there you go. So you have your browns, your warms, and then you have your cools, which I thought was great. It goes from very neutral tones of brown and copper and gold, a highlight shade, and then you get your browns and gray, not your browns, you get your grays and your blue grays. So I just brought you through the whole top brow. Now obviously I don't have any more room on this hand, so I'm going to do all the mattes on my next hand. So, okay. So matte number 1 is a deep chocolatey brown, and it's really, really richly pigmented. It's going to be so easy to work with, so easy to blend. I had no problem blending these shades. The next shade is a little bit lighter, and it's kind of, it kind of is like the same, like you kind of have the same kind of shades. You have the matte brown, the matte dark brown, the shimmery dark brown, the matte lighter brown, the shimmery lighter brown. So they really work together where you want to wear them together or even over each other. Then we have a more, I would say like peachy brown right here. This actually is the exact same color of my skin tone, so you're not really going to see it on me at least. If you have darker skin or lighter skin, that'll be more apparent on you. Then we have the middle shade, which kind of works really well as an eyeshadow base. If you want to put this under maybe one of the shimmers to kind of set your eye or prime your eye. Now we're going to start getting into the taupey shades. Let me do a better swatch of that. The taupey shades. So that's a little bit very close to my skin tone as well. And these shadows feel so velvety. Then we have a darkened taupe. We're starting to get a little bit grayer. And then the last one is a black, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I was really impressed. I was like, why can't Matte Carbon be this black? I mean, super black. So as you can see, they really match up well. You have a lot of great shades here, and they look very natural on the skin. They're very nude shades, as you can see. Very nude. And you're going to see in the picture swatches how well they work together. I'm going to have the shimmers and the mattes right on top of each other, like right the swatches on top of each other, so you can see in comparison how they work well together. So if you're somebody that's looking for a nude palette that's, say, a little bit more useful than a naked palette, and what do I mean by that? I mean a palette that has a plethora of different mattes, a lot of shimmery colors, something that can take you from day to night, something that offers the browns, highlights, black, taupe, something like that where you're like, okay, I don't have to collect 3 different naked palettes to get the colors I need. That's what I mean, though I do love the naked palettes, don't get me wrong. But I do like the full exposure palette. I like how velvety and soft the colors are. I like how crease free they are, whether I put them over primer or not. Though if you wear them over primer, they're going to last longer. They're going to just look better overall. But they look good on their own, if you know what I'm saying. Like, primer makes everything better. The mascara, the eye book, everything. The feel of this is it has a magnetic closure. And if you're wondering about the size of these products, each one is 0.49 ounce and the whole thing is 14 grams. So you are getting a decent amount of eyeshadow in this. And I feel like I think it's like I think this was $49. I think for a price point comparable to the Naked palette, they're really, really on par, but this is going to give you a bit more looks, I feel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have picture swatches at the end of this video along with some eye looks. And please follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.